Welcome back to Barbecue with Greg. Let's put that meat on the grill. Let's get started. Well, hello there, barbecue friends. Today, we're going to be cooking up a nice steak, some shrimp, and some lobster tails. But I'm going to do it all right here on Napoleon Grill's kettle. So I'll show you how I set that up. We'll get that going. Okay, well, I got my half basket in there. We're just going to light these coals to start. Yeah, a couple pieces of charcoal over top. Then we'll get that lit. Now to get our steak ready. So I got the wood stove going inside the tent here, nice and warm in there. I'll bring you inside, and again, we'll get that steak ready. So what I got here is a cowboy steak, and what this is a bone-in ribeye. This is like one bone cut off the prime rib roast. Now we're just going to season this up before we put it on the grill. I'm going to use my Barbecue Pit Boys Big Texan seasoning. Give it a generous amount on there. There we are. This is now ready for the grill. There, after about 10-15 minutes here, I've got a dome temperature of about 300 degrees here. I'm just going to cut this back a little bit. Just a little bit showing there. Take our lid off. Now, I'm going to take our steak. There we are. I'm going to set it opposite to the coals. And just to watch things, I'm going to put a thermometer in here. So I got my heat source over here, got the steak over here. I got the bone side facing the flame here. So let's put our lid on. Again, I just adjusted our vents to just a little bit showing there. So what I'm doing right now with that steak off the coals like that, all I'm doing is trying to get the interior temperature of that steak up to maybe 110, 120 or so. Then we'll start with our other stuff on the grill. Then I'll bring you back for the next step. Okay, we reached an interior temperature of our steak here of 100 degrees. I got a dome temperature of around 400 degrees. Now that we got there, let's go prepare our lobster tails for the grill. I forgot to push record on the thing, but what I did, I split the lobster down the shell, opened up the shell, and then pulled the meat out like that. Close the shell back up and lay it back on top. We're just going to set them on the grill like that. So you can probably see these a little better in the light outside here. But what I did, I brought them inside, give them a little rinse before we get them on the grill. Well, we got an interior temperature of 106 on this meat. We've got a dome temperature just over 400 degrees here. I think it's time we'll pull that steak off and we'll put these lobsters on. The steak's just looking beautiful here. Take this off to rest. And I put my butter right in there. Put our lid on. We'll give it just a couple minutes. Okay. These aren't going to take that long, but what we're going to do is start basting this with some butter. Oop. Get the lid back on. We're going to keep a close eye on these. We're just going to baste them every couple minutes here. Going to open that right up, get higher temperature in there. All right, we're now going to move these directly over the coals. There we are. We're going to baste these with our butter. This one, tell by the color on the shell, we're going to flip this around. That one there. That one there. There. Baste them with more of that butter. There, now what I want to do, got an aluminum tray here, a little bit of butter in it. I got previously frozen shrimp that I deveined. Throw that in there. And we're going to give them a quick cook here. They're not going to take long at all over this heat. Now, move our lobsters over. Put our shrimp there. Now I want to start searing that steak. I'm going to put that fat cap down first. Give it a real good sear on there. All right, we're going to flip that over, do this side. Okay, and then we'll layer flat. All right, got a real nice sear on there. Just looking beautiful on there. All right, let's take that off. Okay, now these lobster tails are going to need a little bit more here. Put our shrimp back over the heat. These need a little bit more. Spread our lobsters back out here. Baste them with a little more butter. The shrimp are going to go from this translucent to like this white color. Then you'll know they're done. All right, I'd say these are cooked just perfectly. We'll take these off the grill. If you're unsure the doneness of your lobster tails, you can always go and probe it with your thermometer. So you got 109, 104, 113. Ideally, we want to get about 130 or so. So these need some more cooking. That gives us a chance to baste with a little more butter here. Since I'm a little warmer at that end, I'm just going to swap these over. Put our lid back on. All right, it's been a couple more minutes here. Let's baste with a little more butter. Another temperature reading here. Ooh, 115, 117, 115, 111, almost there. Move that over here. You don't think we're very far now. A couple more minutes. Okay, it's been a couple more minutes here. Yeah, a little bit more basting with that butter. Do another temperature reading. I'll go to my end one here. 122. Oh, that one's feeling done. 130. That one's feeling done too. 130, 120, well, 130. 128. That one needs a little bit more. These two are done. I can kind of feel the firmness in the meat when I put the probe in there.
I decided to give it one more sear over the coals before I pulled them off. This searing directly over the coals really adds a lot of flavor. I only left it on here for about 30 seconds to a minute.
All right, I say these are done.
So everything was just cooked perfectly. The whole family enjoyed it. The benefit of doing lobster over the coals like this is to get that little bit of char on the bottom. Just adds that extra texture and sweetness. Everything had that slight smoky taste from the charcoal. We'll see you on the next one.
Thanks for watching Barbecue with Greg, one of those barbecue cooking shows people watch on YouTube sometimes.